We're going to talk to you about S/4HANA, and we are going to first of all explain some of the complexities about your current SAP system so that we can highlight some of the benefits that are going to come from the SAP S/4HANA applications. So the first thing that we've got within your business is the SAP applications. So we've got our general ledger system, we've got our accounts payable, we've got our accounts receivable, and I believe you've actually got some payroll going on in there as well. So that's the most important part of our business. We're going to put that at the bottom of our solution there.
Now, I guess the great thing about these applications is they're built to serve a specific business requirement, be that financials or HR or procurement, and they obviously create a lot of data, and they're very much built around serving those operational use cases. The issue with that, and it's really the technology limitation, is as soon as you want to start doing analytics or reporting or generate insights, systems aren't designed to do that. So the first step you normally need to do is actually extract the data out of this operational system. That's ETL, that's extract, you transform, and you load.
But where are you going to put that data that you've extracted from that system? Well, the first step would be to have an operational data store, because this is going to be the area where we're going to be replicating the data that you've got from your ERP systems and your applications into a place where people can then start to look at them without impacting the transactional database underneath.
And I think that's an important point to note, is it's due to technology limitations, we've had to isolate your applications and create this new data store. Now the problem is this data store has data in its most granular form, and for you, the business user, that's probably not going to make a lot of sense, because you're not interested in the most detailed data. You want to know by product or by division. So what you start doing is you aggregate that data up.
And once we've got it aggregated though, there's all points of lists of totals. What we're going to do is we want to make sure that we index those totals correctly so that they're easily accessible by the people that need them. So we go from the aggregated lists, and we have to index those lists to make them available for the right people to use.
Yeah, and those indexes, they add a lot of performance. That's one of the main drivers for that, is you want to make sure your users get access to that information when and where they need it. And obviously in terms of the information, generally there's going to be some complex calculations. Like, we're a finance audience we're talking to today, and there's a lot of obviously complex allocations and contributions models that you're going to want to apply to that data. And this is where obviously these calculation models start getting built.
But we need to bring some structure and uniformity around that set of calculations. So what we do then is we create a data warehouse that takes the aggregates, the indexes, the calculations, and puts them in a structured format that's easily to be read by external sources.
Yeah. And that data warehouse will typically have information across all areas of the business. Now again, you're a finance audience, so just being a bit selfish about finance, we're going to create a data mart that services the needs specifically of the finance department. This contains the information, those aggregates, those calculations of what you need to run your business as a finance professional.
And that's all, as may be, but actually people need to be able to view that data, and they need to be able to view it in a way that's easy for them to use. And that's where we have our analytical tools that sit on top of our data marts, that's sitting on top of our data warehouse, where we can create dashboards, formal reports, financial reports, and as you can see, it's all beginning to be a bit precarious.
I'm a bit scared already, Steve, because it's getting a bit kind of unstable, and I think relating this back to IAG, we know your current environment, key themes that come out is really around that complexity. Look at the complexity in this environment, and also then I guess the ability to respond to the business. So Steve, you've come in, you've got a new manager, your manager wants to get a quick new visibility. What's happening across this new division in China? What's happening, Steve? Oh, hang on a second.
I'm going to have to go down to my SAP applications and make sure that that's corrected in there first of all. It all falls down.
It falls down, and then think of the manual effort involved in supporting that. Think of the cost and the complexity.
And the element of risk.
And as we've just clearly demonstrated, it's a big element of risk. Now, we're not going to finish on that bad news. Luckily for you, SAP is continuing to innovate, and with S4, it's, by the way, just released earlier this year. It's our fastest growing product already. S4 has solved a number of those problems. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk to you about what things would look like in an S4 world.
And I think what you'll notice here is that we've actually moved the box around for a reason, because it's broader than just the applications. What we're finding is that S4 is a platform, a technology platform, where applications can live. Okay, so it's a much broader thing than just pure applications. But we don't need anything else apart from our analytics. Okay? So the simplicity now is that S4 with SAP Analytics on top of it will provide all of your business requirements.
So Steve, are you telling me that on S4 I can do all of my operational work, all of my analytical work, all of my reporting work on this simple platform? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. So we've removed the risk, we've removed the complexity, we've removed the costs associated to all those different moving parts of the business for the business to get the information they need. It's in one space and it is in real time.
That's incredible.
That's the S4 message that we want you to go away with today.
Thank you.